When you are 95 years old, what will you want to say about your life?
I had fun. I enjoyed life. That I didn't live in regret.
What message does your older, wiser self have for your 21-year-old self?
Keep on doing. Be confident in yourself. Allow yourself to continue to be open to opportunities. Don't think at the end, think about the journey to get there.
Your dream job as a kid?
I always wanted to be a stewardess. And that's what they called them back there, not flight attendants. As a kid growing up in the 60s, they always looked like they had the greatest job.
Right.
I kind of thought that was sort of the stardom that one could actually reach and get a hold of.
One leader you admire and why?
Barack Obama. I mean, if we're going to go for the epitome of leaders, I really admire the strength and the cool under fire type of approach, just the adversity that he had to face. It wasn't easy, and the legacy that he's left, I think, is just phenomenal.
Your biggest mistake?
I was a nursing student and I had my first IV, and I did not adjust the flow appropriately, and my patient got a liter of normal saline when they were not supposed to get it. I remember, my life was over. Like, what am I gonna do?
The best advice you ever got?
Going back to do my MBA, I often thought that, I had moved quite far in my career, and I didn't do my MBA until early 2000s. And I had a CEO who wisely told me that you may not think off the top of your head that you're going to learn a lot through graduate studies, but you will. And her advice really pushed me to do an MBA at a time that really helped me move forward.
The biggest risk you've ever taken?
Wow. Early when I graduated from nursing, there was no jobs in Canada, and I was licensed to go to California. And I met a guy, and I had a guaranteed job in California, and I was going to do that. And meeting that guy changed my entire life. And so I took a risk on working part-time and casual until I was able to get a job. And 42 years later and 3 kids, we're still together, and a great risk.
Your weakness or your kryptonite?
Trying to keep a healthy balance of food and intake and that kind of stuff. And my Achilles heel is like, sweets and things like that. And, but trying to keep that in check all the time, but at the same time, enjoy life. It's guilty pleasures.
Your wildest aspiration?
Be a DJ, not a music DJ, but like, a radio talk show, wow, that would be kind of interesting. Could I start that career at this time of my life? So
your biggest fear?
That I haven't been impactful in life. Any memories of my life would not be reflective of what I really wanted, which was to make a difference in what I've done in my career. And, I talked a bit about, my current aspiration to make sure that this sector gets some recognition, that, I spent a good deal of my career working on something that just doesn't come to fruition. But, again, we are not in control of everything, that I've come to know.
Rule follower or rule breaker?
I have found through a lot, personality analysis, that unfortunately I am a rule follower, but I always wanted to be a rule breaker. I love and admire people who actually do that, but in reality, that's not me.
Your favorite holiday destination?
Saint Martin was a lovely vacation, but I'm hoping for Bali.
One thing that keeps you up at night?
This last year has been a pretty big eye-opener. I worry about the next generation, what will be there for them, and we live a life that's not fearful.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
She did it.
One book everyone should read.
I'm really loving The Promised Land right now. You could tell I'm a bit of a Barack Obama fiend.
If you could have a billboard with anything on it, what will it be?
A big happy face with a smile, and don't sweat the small stuff. Don't worry, be happy.